welcome to another edition of Spit the Tea, where we try to give you the tea exactly how we got it. We spit it right back at you the same way.
Girl, you got some tea for me?
Y'all already know what time it is, time to drop the tea, but we dropping the tea on some reaction. And the reaction here today is Queen Naija. Now, she did the song Too Much to Say, that Chris reacted to, that pretty much exposed Chris. Just the easy way to put it. So now she's starting to break down exactly what she meant by that song. She got a couple shots she throwing at Chris, and kind of like bearing her soul. We're going to react to this. We're just going to pull out the tea. We're not going to really go too far into it. Just trying to find some tea. Let's get it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. You in my business? Yeah, don't do that. Anywho. Hit the motherfucking button, nigga. Man, hit the button.
I'm doing a video not reacting to, but more so just breaking down what I meant about the first song on my album called Too Much to Say. A lot of people they really like this song because they said they could relate to it a lot. So I'm here to break down what I meant. I know a lot of people did reactions to my song Too Much to Say. A lot of people just like made their own theories and got some things wrong. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I meant from my own lyrics that I wrote. I wrote these lyrics. I wrote this whole song. Nobody wrote the song for me.
Y'all saw that shot at Chris? But right out the gate, she took a shot at Chris. Am I the only person that saw this? Watch this.
I'll get rich no more, but I got 2 kids to feed. I can't sit no more. That's dope. Okay. I wonder who be helping Queen write her songs. I mean, because I know a couple of her, like really all her song music, she got writers, like multiple writers. When you get like in a label, people help you write your song.
I'm gonna tell you guys what I meant from my own lyrics that I wrote. I wrote these lyrics. I wrote this whole song. Nobody wrote the song for me.
Shots fired, man down.
This is from my own experience. If somebody ever wrote a song for me, I have no problem telling people if somebody wrote it, but I do write my music, and that's just that, period. Even if somebody do help me write a song, I'm still writing majority of the song. Unless, like I said, I tell you guys something was fully written, like Bitter, but even I came in and changed that. So I write my music just to clear the air.
Alright, so this time we just fast forward through it. She kind of read the first lyrics of her song, just about her not wanting to be famous because she don't get no privacy. Like every other people that become famous, they get privacy. And how she was down, sit for a one hit wonder. Y'all probably seen the video. I'm keep moving because I'm trying to find the tea. Y'all know, I'm trying to find the tea. What's the tea?
Girl, you got some tea for me? Right here, it says I flipped a bill for everything. No, I said I foot the bill for everything. World on my shoulders. I want to break down, but I can't. I gotta hold up. I gotta hold her. Who am I holding? I don't have no daughter. Like, want to free my mind, but I'm trying to stay sober. I don't really smoke or drink like that. Sometimes people get on drugs or whatever because they just can't take it. Like, it's too much, and sometimes it's just too much for people, so they try to handle it with just taking their mind off of it by doing or drinking or, like, you know. So I'm trying to stay sober. I mean, I'm not trying to get into all of that, but sometimes people free their mind through, they escape reality by doing certain things.
Yeah, I think Queen really took her a couple sips of that drink, hit one of them thigh eyes with Clarence at some point in time, reading all y'all comments and being hateful towards her. And that's her way of trying to clean it up. I think it's a little something like that. I don't think she was coming to act, but I think she was trying to escape the pain.
A drug addict or alcoholic, and it sucks, the world we live in. So CJ, at that point in time, CJ was going back and forth to me and his dad's house, like a month at my house, a month at his house. And like, sometimes I feel like that will confuse a child. Like, why am I here for long periods of time? Then when I go back to mommy's house, like, the rules are changing. Like, why is it so, like, why aren't we in the same house, you know? And I try, actually, you know, he's asked questions about that already, like when he was a little bit, maybe last year. And he used to be like, Mommy, remember when you was at Daddy's house? Or you remember when you and Daddy was in the same house? And it made me sad because, you know, honestly, he hasn't seen us in the same room at one time in a like since Houston, honestly, unless like he's dropping him off to me, like, and like it's just a quick, you know, drop off thing, or, you know, transfer thing. And I feel like it's not his fault. It's not CJ's. CJ has nothing to do with that, you know. But it could be confusing, and it could be a little traumatic. It could be like a big adjustment for him. But I feel like if I was to tell him right now, I can't explain everything to him. He's too young. He don't understand. I'm gonna have to tell him when he gets older.
I know it's y'all child. I know it's y'all decision. I know it's parenting. One of y'all got to try to do better at co-parenting, whether y'all go out for his birthday one year, whether y'all got to pull that together. But I know it's probably not going to happen now. Probably a long time from now, because a lot of people too immature from both parts. But another thing, in my opinion, no ever tell that child what happened. Because what you're going to do is force him to choose sides. He love his daddy. He love his mama. But at that point in time, he may be like, my daddy did what? And it's going to make him feel some kind of way towards Chris. And then, whatever the reason may be, whoever tell the story, because it's in the eye of whoever tells the story and who he believes, is going to force him to choose sides. And I don't care if he's 15, 16, or 21. It's gonna force him to choose sides between different parents, and I know both of y'all have in y'all feelings right now, but that's probably gonna be traumatizing to him in the end. And I don't really think it's the best thing to do, but that's just my opinion on it, because I seen both of you guys say the same thing. Y'all gonna tell them story earlier. Just say it didn't work out. We both love you. Easy.
And I feel like if I try to tell him that now, he's just a kid. How is he gonna take all of that in, you know? But, you know, Mommy had to go. Sometimes when you're in a really messed up situation, or like a toxic kind of situation, it's healthier to just leave and be happy rather than let your child grow up and see, you know, live in an unhappy home and see certain things that he shouldn't see, you know?
That's true, but you don't want, like I said, don't tell him, but it's probably better to see you guys apart and happy than together and miserable, because he's gonna figure that's where relationships come from. That's how relationships should be. So I think it was kind of like a great idea for you guys to walk away, even though Chris didn't really want you to walk away, but you did it for yourself.
I think it was a lot healthier to just see Mommy happy and Daddy happy separately, you know, instead of Mommy and Daddy always arguing, Mommy and Daddy fighting, Mommy and Daddy, like, you know, sometimes in those situations you just have to leave, and that's the best thing. And I've been running from my past, but that shit follow me. And I've been lying to myself, and it's my honesty. I got scars from the past I don't talk about. I could probably ruin lives if I run my mouth. Put makeup over my bruises and fake a smile. Turn on the camera. We gotta make this money now. So I'm pretty sure everyone has read in between the lines of the song. It's a lot of things that I haven't talked about online, just because of the fact that it possibly could ruin people's lives, you know? And I guess I would rather not do that. I would rather just move on and forgive myself for allowing that to happen, and just do the right thing and forgive the person, you know? I feel like a lot of women can relate to being through domestic violence.
I do appreciate you pretty much telling your story, but at the same time, you gotta always look at it that it's gonna come back to hunt your son. So unless you can block him from the internet, which I'm sure right now he's already Googling and typing in your name and his daddy's name, and he probably don't seen a couple YouTube videos that he ain't gonna never tell you about. So I don't know how much of you monitor, cause that's your child, but he's gonna see some of that, and if you're not ready to tell him, then you probably not ready to tell your story, cause your story is gonna cross between Chris' story and y'all son is in the middle, so y'all both probably putting this out. This came out too fast. Clarence started it, but he put it out. He baited Chris into it. Now you say you putting it out. The song, the baby probably don't really understand, and we may be giving him less credit than we should. He may understand all too familiar what's going on.
A lot of women can relate to that, and sometimes it's super hard to leave. Like, it's really hard to leave, and that's all you know. It's really hard to leave because it's like a cycle. It's like, one, it's all you know. Two, the person makes you feel like if you left, no one else could probably love you like they love you, although they're still hurting you at the same time. It's crazy when it's like the same person that make you smile, or no, sorry, the same person that is causing your pain is the same person that relieves your pain.
I don't know if I said this before. I don't know if he said it before. I don't know if you said it before. It seemed like Chris was more than just physically abusive. If he was, I think he was mentally abusive, because not only he's controlling your body where you don't want to leave, but he also kind of control your mind where he abuse you and then give you a present.
I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but like, sometimes the same person that make you cry can be the same person that make you smile, vice versa. So it's hard to leave because you're a little confused. Like, okay, like, well, he makes me feel better after this happens, like, or he says sorry, or like, and it's just really hard to leave because, one, it's a lot of fear in leaving too. It's just the fear of the unknown, fear of being alone, fear of nobody else wanting you, fear of what will happen to you if you do try to leave, So, yeah. And then a lot of the times that I was going through certain things, I was still doing YouTube. I was still on the camera. I was still smiling because at the end of the day, bills had to be paid.
Alright, so we about to get to this, fast forward to this part. Let Queen break down the last lyrics of her song. We already probably done heard this song and dance, and I think Chris just created new enemies. Even though he had some good news, but I think I'm gonna drop that video on. Y'all might have already seen it. If y'all care to know. I seem to see that y'all don't care too much about Chris. That's just what I see. But fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Let's get into the other part of the lyrics. React to it, and then let's see.
Here. As a child, I was introduced to things that I shouldn't have been. Feeling hot between the legs when I shouldn't have been. And I ain't tell my mama because I didn't want the drama. 24, still living with the trauma. So, I feel like a lot of people that can read between the lines know what I mean. As a younger girl, as a little girl, actually, I was no older than maybe like 6. Yeah, 5 or 6. And, some things happened when I was little with a certain family member, and I want to clear the air that it was not my stepdad. A lot of people did videos saying that it was my stepdad, my sister and brother's dad, and my mom was like trying to cover it up and sweep it in. My mom would never be with nobody that does that would ever do that to her kids. So it was not him. That man never touched me at all.
Alright, that's the end of the tea. She cleared up that everybody wanted to say it's her stepdad. That just kind of seemed crazy. But, it happens all the time. So that's what made it easy for an easier story. I'm pretty much glad she came out and said everything she said. It's going to reach some people. Tyler Perry did it a million times and it kind of became redundant. She's doing it again. And I think it's going to help a new generation of people. It shouldn't be happening. she probably should go to some kind of counseling. She'll probably feel so much better. But right now, this might be part of her therapy. So anyway, I'm glad you guys watched this reaction. I don't call it as a reaction. I call it dropping some tea, spin some tea, find the tea in the store. So I found the tea. I think this is more like her just kind of telling how she feel. No real tea. Y'all heard the song. Y'all probably seen it. Y'all comment down below and tell me what y'all think. If y'all like how I do these reaction videos. If y'all don't, let me know that too. I'ma listen to you. I might. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Missy Monique signing out.